Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. So, in this part we are going to be doing fluidic destruction. So, the Undine have started to invade the Dyson Sphere, Admiral. They have employed massive planet killers to destroy the vault that we were previously engaging in the vault zone. Now the Undine have taken full control of a portion of the sphere and are seeking to destroy it. The Alliance has sent Admiral Rex to lead the charge against the Undine. We could use your help if you can spare it. Okay, this is one of those battle zone ones. This might be a short mission. Just for the simple fact that depending upon how far along other people are, of course also assuming other people are even there, which there should be, this might end up being, like I said, a fairly short mission. Because if they're near the end, then we just have to hop in and only do the final portion. Or this might also be one where I just have to fly here. We'll see.
You are in the Undine battle zone. Our goal is to close fluidic rifts to destroy Undine planet killers. Here is our plan. This is a map of the battle zone. We have 3 different methods of closing the rifts. When a rift is open, the area is red. When we close a rift, it will change to blue. Closing rifts advances our progress, shown by this meter. When it is full, we can launch our attack on the planet killers. We must defeat at least one planet killer for the operation to be considered a success. Good luck.
Okay, never mind. This is actually I didn't have to do anything. I just had to fly here. The fight in the Undine battle zone is going to last for a long time, Admiral. Admiral Rex is going to need all the help he can get to push the Undine back and out of the sphere. Never mind. We're not going to be doing that mission in this part. Turns out we'll be doing surface tension in this part because, yeah, I didn't realize fluidic destruction was basically just a wrapper mission to tell you about the Undine battle zone. Apparently that's all it exists for. So, we're basically skipping it. So, surface tension. Disputes about what to do about the Undine in control of the Solanae Dyson Sphere are now threatening to destroy the Dyson Joint Alliance. Admiral Tuvok has organized a summit at the Solanae Sphere that will hopefully settle some of these questions. Your presence is respectfully requested. And Tuvok has no voice here, of course. Recent events have underscored the threat posed by the Undine. The native species of fluidic space, these aliens have infiltrated galactic powers, including the Federation, by using their shape-shifting and telepathic abilities. In an attempt to form a united front against this threat, I have called for a summit to discuss the means by which the various governments of the Alpha and Beta quadrants can detect and neutralize the Undine presence. The location of the talks will be the Solanae Dyson Sphere. Control of this site is currently under dispute by the Federation, the Klingon Empire, and the Romulan Republic. However, I believe that access to the sphere should be a secondary concern to that of the threat of the Undine. Your experience in the field may prove to provide a valuable perspective as well as a moderating influence. Please attend as a representative of the Federation. Well, let's transwarp over there. And begin surface tension. And it's going to take a little while to load this time because, of course, come on. I don't know what it is. Sometimes these map transfers just take forever.
We are fighting a war on multiple fronts. We have to consider the Borg, the Undine, and the Romulans, as well as the Klingons.
I see now my deception has been exposed. Starfleet has lost too many ships and too many good men and women to a fight we now know was caused by Iconian and Undine influence.
Is that...
An Iconian gateway? Yes, I believe it is.
Into the gateway, now!
Are all those markers Iconian gateways?
Sir, we've been scanning the gateway. The monitors on the bridge are all showing an Omega.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. We are within the Solanae Dyson Sphere, a spherical structure built around a star.
We now know why the sphere generates vast amounts of Omega particles. It is designed to use those particles as fuel to jump to any area of space.
It now appears that the Genolan Sphere had the same jump capabilities as the Solanae, and moved to this location.
You're not Cooper.
We will repel the Undine, and survive to warn the Alpha Quadrant of the renewed threat. The Undine are a threat to us all. I propose a summit. We must decide together what we must do to protect the Alpha Quadrant. Our disputes may need to be put aside in the face of a greater enemy.
And now, the continuation.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. I will admit that I did not expect to be here with Voyager again. It is agreeable. Thank you for agreeing to attend this conference and supporting my position on the Undine. However, reaching a consensus today will be difficult. Many different agendas will be represented here today. I will speak to you in person shortly. Tuvok out.
Welcome to the Genolan Dyson Sphere. Please beam down to these coordinates.
Someday I'll get to talk. Okay, there we go. I can finally actually talk. So, yeah, that uniform that everybody was wearing in that little very fuzzy cutscene. I don't know why it's so damn fuzzy, but it is. Yeah, that's not the Odyssey uniform. That's, I think, the Jupiter uniform. Which I believe at release was supposed to be basically the official Starfleet uniform of 2409, 2410. But then eventually it got swapped out instead for the Odyssey, which is what we're wearing and basically everybody else in Starfleet wears as the standard issue uniform. And so, yeah, I guess they just never decided to go back and re-render those cutscenes with the new uniforms. So, yeah, we got to see Tuvok get whatevered by Undine Dr. Cooper while wearing a different uniform than what he was wearing when it happened last part. Yeah, just try to ignore that, basically, is all I can say, because, yeah, Cryptic Studios never went back and re-rendered it with the new uniforms.
It's good to see you. I'd say you're right on time, but it looks like everyone else wants to be fashionably late. We're still finishing preparations for the conference. Admiral Tuvok is already there. The Klingon and Romulan delegates will arrive soon, so we should head inside as soon as you're ready.
Okay, lead the way, Captain. I think this is actually a short mission, sadly. So this might just be a very short part, because I don't like to start a new arc in the middle of a part. Maybe you guys will get lucky and you'll get like 2 parts this week or something to make up for it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Because I think this mission is basically just you talk to people and then it's over. I don't think there's any combat or anything of that nature. So nothing that makes the mission take longer. But like I said, lead on, Captain. I don't actually know what the button is to put yourself into walk. It's not caps, which is what I normally have it set to in most MMOs when I want to walk, though admittedly it's very rare, and generally speaking your character walks slower than the NPCs, but you of course not sprinting, I'm still faster than them, so I have to periodically stop, otherwise I get in front of them. And Captain Sean, I thought you said the Klingon and Romulan ambassadors weren't here yet. I'm seeing the Gorn already here. Well, maybe they're not actually here. Maybe the Gorn came separately from the Klingon Empire. Same with the Nausicaans. I don't know.
Thank you for joining us here. We need assistance with preparations for the conference. Romulan and Klingon delegations are still in private deliberations, but other delegates are arriving. Several preliminary tasks remain before we can begin the presentation. Your support in this matter would be appreciated.
Very well. Okay, call for a security team by Captain Sean because of reasons. Okay, and I need to talk to you guys and post you to the various...
Where do you want me posted, sir?
I don't think it really matters in the grand scheme of things. I really don't. So, let's see.
Where do you want me posted, sir?
How about you go to the Romulan delegate? I'll send you to the Klingon delegation.
Where do you want me posted?
You can go to the projector. Okay, now I gotta go and stop this argument between Garrick and Myra.
This Cardassian thug is trying to push Bajor out of this conference. We have as much of a right to be represented here as any other world. More than the Cardassians. They're not even part of the Federation or the Klingon Empire.
Oh, and yeah, they're talking about some stuff. Let's see, oh god, too much stuff is showing up here, so you can't really read it. Yeah, that's actually kind of annoying. So many people talking. Are they saying the same things? No, I don't think they are. I don't think they're repeating the same couple of lines constantly, so yeah. They're saying stuff. That's the only thing that really matters. Okay, please remain calm. What's the basis of this dispute?
I simply inquired about the ambassador's presence at the conference. After all, Bajor is a member of the Federation. Ambassador Sugihara is capable of representing them along with the Deltans, Andorians, Vulcans, and everyone else, even the Tellarites. Though I suspect they'd argue that point rather robustly.
Wait, when did the Deltans join the Federation? I'll admit I haven't watched all of TNG, DS9, or Voyager yet. But oh well, whatever. Or I might be thinking of somebody else when it comes to the Deltans, and so, whatever. That's an unfair characterization. The Bajorans have had a gateway to the Gamma Quadrant in their space for decades. We value their experience and their opinion.
Indeed. One wonders how well that gateway would have fared if Deep Space Nine was of Bajoran manufacture, rather than Cardassian. The Federation's track record on wormhole security is far from ideal. One only needs to consider the multiple Dominion occupations of the station for proof of that point.
Yes, Garrick, we get it. The Federation sucks at war. Well, at least in the shows. Let's see. I mean, that is definitely true. Cardassian protection of Bajor was not exactly trouble-free either. Notice the quotations around protection to emphasize that it wasn't really protection, it was occupation. Let's see. This is a distraction from the larger issue at hand. I don't think this actually really matters. It's just we want you to be able to talk to some people. The problems represented here are larger than a single world or a single wormhole. You know, probably shaming the Cardassians isn't the best idea as the Federation, so...
The Federation has never made a policy of preventing member worlds from overseeing their own interests in conjunction with Federation efforts. Or is Bajor going to be treated differently than other member worlds?
We can't have an open and honest conference unless all parties are willing to engage in meaningful dialogue without shutting out members of the galactic community. Neither Bajor nor Cardassia could be or should be excluded.
Well said. Perhaps there's hope for this conference yet. I'm quite willing to put this disagreement behind us in the interest of the bigger picture.
Thank you, Chancellor.
The preliminary tasks are complete. You should speak with Admiral Tuvok again.
Myra didn't say anything about being willing to put the disagreement behind, at least for the sake of this dialogue. They can go back to arguing with one another later for all anyone really cares, I imagine. Okay, Tuvok.
Thank you for your assistance. Please take the opportunity to speak with the various delegates. Having an understanding of the positions of each representative will facilitate more effective negotiations.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, first things first, let's go and talk to the Xindi, because they're an optional objective, and let's get them out of the way, otherwise I'll probably forget about them.
The Xindi are here to support Admiral Tuvok's call for cooperation. We know what tragedies befall a people who are being manipulated by outsiders, as we once were. The Undine's lies and manipulation remind us of the Sphere Builders, whose deceptions led us to make one of the greatest mistakes in our history. There are 5 races on my world. We all know reaching a consensus can be difficult, but the Xindi are living proof that if we put aside animosity, our differences can make us stronger.
5? I know you got the insectoids. You have the primates. And you have the aquatics. Is there a... who's the other two? I know you used to have the avian. But they were supposed to have died out. If I recall correctly. And I don't think it's ever established in any canon that, like, somehow they were revived or something. Who's the other one, then? Or do you have, like, Xindi mammalians as a separate thing from the Xindi primates? I don't recall. I don't know. 5 just doesn't sound right, because I don't recall 5. But whatever. Thank you. Whatever. Xindi?
I sincerely hope that the Federation is not wasting our time here. If your presentation is to explain the threat posed by the Undine, let me spare you the effort. The Klingon Empire has been aware of this threat for quite some time now.
Thank you, Ambassador. Okay, Ambassador Sugihara.
The Federation's position is quite clear. We believe the only way to safeguard the future of the Alpha and Beta Quadrants is for all of the galactic powers to behave as reasonable entities and work together to oppose those who would threaten our worlds. It doesn't matter if that threat comes from the Undine, the Borg, or the Iconians. The response is the same.
That was unexpectedly brief. Thank you, Ambassador. Interesting that we just assumed that he was gonna drag on for ever and ever. Okay, Datan.
Thank you for the invitation. Starfleet certainly knows how to organize their meetings on a grand scale. I trust that the Republic will be able to take a leadership role in studying the sphere. The extensive knowledge we've gained from the Solanae Sphere should give us an advantage here. And, after all, the gateway that leads to both of these spheres is in Republic space.
Oh, Datan. That's not the only thing we need to decide here. What about the Undine?
Yes, the Undine. Very interesting. My security advisors have been looking over the data, and we are all very curious to hear what you and Admiral Tuvok have to say on the matter.
Thank you for attending, Proconsul. Please, take a position at the podium.
You've spoken with representatives of all of the delegations. You should return to Admiral Tuvok.
don't need a tutorial to tell me to go to Tuvok. Okay, Tuvok. That is unpaused, right? Yes, okay. Had to pause the recording for a split second.
We are almost ready to begin. Will you complete the final preparations for the conference while I speak to Captain Sean? After that, your assistance in encouraging everyone to take their seats would be appreciated.
Understood. I'll finish the preparations, then direct people to their seats. Okay. Bajoran delegate. Please go take a seat.
Don't rush me.
Wow. Really? You ain't gotta sound so pissed off, Bajor. Okay, Garrick.
Ah, it seems the time has come at last. Thank you for the reminder.
You're welcome, Counselor. Yes, they replaced some of these characters when Victory's Life came out. Garrick, I'm pretty sure, wasn't here before. It was just random Cardassian delegate dude. Same with Rom there. I'm pretty sure he wasn't here originally either. They decided to swap out some of the no-name characters, like I said, when Victory's Life released.
I suppose we can begin.
Thank you for taking your seat, Xindi delegate. And Cardassian delegate. Or nope, Ferengi.
Oh, yes, I will take a seat.
For whatever reason, Rom didn't replace this Ferengi delegate. But whatever.
You can start the presentation from the control console.
Okay, is everybody in their seat? No, not quite. The Ferengi's taking a long time because he's on the wrong side of the frickin' room. Seriously, Ferengi. If you know your seat's on that side, stay on that side of the room. Also, why is the Ferengi delegate seat with the Klingons? I can't be the only one who thinks that's just a little bit weird. But whatever. Start presentation.
The Undine represent a clear and present danger to not only the Federation, but also the Klingon Empire and Romulan Republic. The damage done here by a mere handful of ships is clear evidence for the need for cooperation.
With respect, Admiral, the Romulan Republic is quite capable of leading exploration and security measures here, just as we have led efforts to secure the Solanae Sphere. My militia...
I find it interesting that the Federation suddenly has concerns about the Undine now. Where was the Federation when the Empire discovered Undine infiltrators in the Alpha Quadrant? Or is the Federation only interested now the Undine threatens something you want?
Given the exceptionally complicated nature of such
Ambassador, given what we now know, that was a mistake. The Empire recognized the Undine threat years ago. We didn't.
You admit you are wrong?
The evidence provided by Admiral Tuvok and his team is sound.
Thank you, Captain Sean. However, dwelling on past mistakes will not solve the problems of the present.
Our fleet stands ready to protect both spheres from the Undine.
The Undine can wait. We have more important business to discuss. Who owns this sphere? I represent a consortium of businessmen on Ferengina. We are prepared to invest significant venture capital into transforming this sphere into a vacation destination to rival Risa. I have a proposal of $500,000 of... What's that?
Tuvok to Voyager. Report.
Massive Undine fleet just appeared from a rift. Why the first line didn't have dialogue.
Indeed. What do they want?
Unknown.
Drop to Lisette. Track their course.
Enterprise to Captain Sean. We're receiving a distress signal from Earth's space dock.
Sean to Federation fleet. Red alert. Prepare for immediate departure.
The Federation is our enemy, but the Undine attack like assassins in the night.
We will crush the Comic Coup!
Yeah, I don't know why that first line from Voyager.
Undine force is headed for the Sol system. We must stop the Undine from breaching Earth's defenses.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal was with that first line dialogue from Voyager. Just no voice, and then the second line has voice. Like, did they just forget to record the first line? The beam of one followed the Undine fleet to Earth. Okay, this mission's taking longer than I expected because of this. I thought this was part of a different mission. Also, did nobody shoot at them before? Species 8472 has already boarded a space dock. Once we're... I didn't read that because I was busy saying some other stuff. Apparently nobody decided to shoot at the Undine while they were trying to fly through the gateway.
I am picking up several distress calls from across the system. Curious. There are fewer Undine vessels than we witnessed using the gateway.
Any word from Starfleet Command?
Negative. Subspace relay booster network appears to be offline. I am reading Undine ships attacking Earth's space dock, as well as attacks on the lunar colonies and the orbital habitat on the far side of Earth.
Well then, we're gonna have to deal with that. We need to split our forces if we're going to stop the Undine in multiple locations.
Agreed. Enterprise will clear the area around the lunar colonies.
Understood, we'll head toward Earth's space dock.
Fine. Jirok and I will clear the far side of the planet.
Good hunting.
Enterprise will set course for Luna.
You do that, Sean.
Fortescue and Lisette
yeah.
will lead the fight on the far side of Earth.
So, are we just going to ignore the fact that the Romulan ship literally went right through us? Send aid to the Allied Task Force. I think this is the mission where they basically decided to redesign Earth's space dock. This was sort of their excuse for redesigning it, I think. But I might be misremembering wrong. I know it gets blown up at one point.
Earth's space dock is taking severe structural damage.
I think it's actually been redesigned a couple of times. I hate fighting the Undine because they like to just do that whole jump around shit. And you're just sort of stuck there waiting for them to come back out so you can kill them. Send aid to the fleet. Thank you, Tuvok. I know that. I can clearly see them, and I don't know what the hell is going on with that one, but something's going on there. Yeah. It wouldn't be the first time. And they'll just magically poof be back in working order as if nothing ever happened. Okay, that one went invisible. Now he's way over there. Let's evade maneuvers, turn around. Let's try not to waste this. Heavy torpedo yield. Wonderful. I have tons of assistance because we've saved the crews quite a bit. And we have a random galaxy class. Which I don't know if they actually have a name for it. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's literally using the if it actually says Enterprise D on it. We'll be fine. God, all those explosions are loud. Oh, he went over there. I thought I was targeting something else. Well, we kind of wasted that torpedo spread. Yeah, guys, I don't think I actually need your help. I'll be completely honest with you. I mean, it's appreciated, but I don't think it's actually necessary. I think all the crews that I've saved with me and Voyager are more than enough to take on this dreadnought. It's not even a Galaxy X. Like, I mean, the Galaxy's been in service for so freaking long now. I mean, what, the new Picard series is supposed to be 20 years after the last TNG movie?
Any ships still in range? There are Undine fighting parties on Earth's space dock. We're fighting them, but comms are spotty. I was lucky to get an external signal working. We need any assistance you can spare.
Uh-huh. And they still haven't upgraded all the Galaxy classes to Galaxy X's? Like, really? Come on, people. It's been in service for what? It puts it at probably, what, close to 30 years now? Actually, excuse me, 40, because the Picard series is still supposed to be like 10 years before Star Trek Online takes place, I believe. So, I mean, this thing's been in service for ages. And they still haven't upgraded them all. And I mean, the Galaxy X is in the game, so it's just weird that they're still using just the standard Galaxy here. Like, there's no reason to. But whatever. What happened? Where's the rest of the fleet?
There are Undine ships attacking key sites across the quadrant. Our ships are responding to everything they can, but we're stretched thin. When the Undine arrived here, they damaged every ship in the system, hit the orbital platforms, and then most of them just left. Automated defense systems are offline. We're struggling just to keep control of the station.
We'll render assistance. We'll render what assistance we can.
I've received orders from New Romulus. In light of this situation, the Lisette is being recalled to defend the homeworld. I will contact you if there is any change.
Understood. Admiral Tuvok, recommendations? What happened to the Portescue? It's here. Okay, I'm assuming they're going back to Kronos.
The boarding parties on Earth's space dock should be our main concern. The Undine will be attempting to cripple Starfleet operations, gain valuable data, and capture ranking officers. We cannot afford to allow them to succeed. I am prepared to beam down immediately. Your assistance will greatly improve our chances of success.
Okay, and yeah, we're not going to be informed that the Bortiscu is going to be going back to Kronos, apparently. But I'm pretty sure they go back to Kronos. But let's go ahead and beam down. Oh, and this is one of those map transfers that takes forever, and then it'll just jump to 30% and then go quickly from there. Also, I'm pretty sure that was a regular Miranda, not the upgraded Star Trek Online variant of the Miranda. The Reliant, or whatever it's called.
Earth's space dock has sustained severe damage from multiple Undine boarding parties. We must locate Admiral Quinn. The most expedient path to the Admiral's office is through those doors. Our mission objectives are clear. We must ascertain the whereabouts of Admiral Quinn and expel all Undine boarders. Teams from other ships, including some Klingon and Romulan vessels, have beamed to lower decks here on the station. While their willingness to assist us is unexpected, their desire to see this enemy stopped is gratifying.
I can understand the Romulans, and I'm assuming they're all from the Leaselet, because we didn't have any other Romulan vessels with us. The Klingons are a bit of a surprise, but again, I'm assuming they're from the Bortiscu, because, again, I don't recall seeing any other Klingon vessels with us. And yes, this is old ESD. The version before the current one, which I think this is technically version 2 of Earth Space Dock. Somebody's crying over here. Ensign Rarak.
Everything hurts. What? Who? Admiral Tuvok.
Okay, yeah, don't say my name. I understand why. What happened here?
I don't... What? The windows. They came through the windows, walking on the hull. I don't know. After the Klingon and Borg attacks during my cadet cruise, I thought working at Earth Space Dock would be less traumatic.
He seems very rattled, Admiral. What can we do?
Indeed. I can initiate a mind meld. It will calm him, and I will be able to help him remove the attack. This is not normally something I would suggest, but I believe that in this instance it is necessary.
Do what you need to do. I'll keep watch.
My mind to your mind. My thoughts to your thoughts.
Okay, you were invisible. I mean, I'm pretty sure you were showing up on my map, but you were invisible. Okay, Ensign, how you doing now?
I'm feeling better now. Thank you. The Undine, yes. They just appeared in close orbit. We were taken by surprise and none of the defense systems worked. I don't know why. They've been killing people. I don't know what they want, but they've been systematic about their attacks. They want something.
Okay, I'm pretty sure your voice changed between the other dialogue and this one. Might have been just because the other one had a lot more stuttering than this one. Just because you were supposed to be sort of out of it. Come with us, we'll get through this together.
There is more going on with these boarding parties. Here's the phaser fire. There are more Starfleet officers fighting nearby.
More survivors.
We need to manually activate the fire suppression systems.
I think I see the correct panel for the fire extinguishers.
Space Dock would be a quiet assignment.
Yes, you've said that before. Again, I'm pretty sure it's been blown up once before, and now it's been severely damaged and it's getting a remodel. Also, I'm pretty sure those don't act... Yeah, I don't think that actually affected the tiles on the floor. Suppose I got a critical on you, but it did nothing. Oh boy. Big dudes. Let's get some security escorts down here. Where the hell are you shooting? Youch, okay. Oh, okay. Oh. Poor Captain Ensign is down. Because everybody's focusing fire on Tuvok for whatever reason. Oh, and did he just magically get back up? Yes, he did. Because it's... oh, God, game. He's not supposed to have been knocked unconscious.
Admiral Tuvok, I'm gonna help hold this position. I'm not much of a soldier, but I can make repairs and help keep this area clear of Undine. I hope Admiral Quinn is okay. He was on comms a few minutes ago, but the transmission was cut off.
We'll find Admiral Quinn. Stay safe.
Be cautious. There are more Undine nearby.
There always are. And that guy was at like full health, but he gets one-shotted by this Undine because reasons. Oh, another unit commander. Well, I say another. This might have even been the first one. He's just very similar to the other big guy that we fought just a little while ago. Let's unseal the doors.
Admiral Quinn.
How you doing, Quinn? Wow, that's a lot of Starfleet officers down over here. And one Undine? Totally not suspicious. I'm totally not expecting Admiral Quinn here to be an Undine. Okay. Yep. I mean, it's pretty obvious, I'm sorry. When there's only a single Undine body and a ton of Federation officer or Starfleet officers, yeah, it's definitely not fishy. Oh, more? Ooh, get away from me. No. I was trying to take that loot first.
The shape-shifting nature of species 8472 makes them a dangerous foe. We will have to proceed with caution to avoid being caught unaware again. Clearly, Admiral Quinn is not here. He may be still alive elsewhere on the station. The logical course of action amid so much chaos will be to re-establish the chain of command.
Tuvok, how do I know you're not an Undine? You might have been replaced already. Open to suggestions. How should we proceed?
Perhaps we can establish more reliable communications by directly linking to the Starbase's internal systems. The consoles here can be used for that purpose. Make the attempt. I will keep watch for more Undine.
Understood. I'll link to the internal comms.
I will cover you.
It's a surprise that I'm the one who has to do this, because normally you have to protect them.
Who is this? Communications are damaged. One moment. This is Admiral Quinn.
How do we know you're the real Admiral Quinn?
I suppose that's a valid question. You reported to me after the attack on Vega Colony. I took a chance on promoting you. I see now it was the right one. Admiral Tuvok, we spoke briefly about your mission right before you reported back to Voyager. You mentioned your wife and said it was fortunate you had time to visit Vulcan to see T'Pel before the conference.
Okay, now, if you're a fake Admiral Quinn and you were able to access Starfleet records, you could have just as easily figured out, at the very least, my thing, because I'm sure it's noted in my Starfleet sort of personnel log. Tuvok's thing, maybe not. That may not have been like in his log, so that's makes it a little bit more believable that you're the real Admiral Quinn, but for mine, no. I swear my thing would have been right in the Starfleet personnel logs, and Undine could have figured that out. I believe you, Admiral.
Admiral, what is your status?
I'm pinned down in my office with Hagen. We've been trying to get internal comms and sensors working. What's your status?
Not good. We have a lot of casualties.
The Undine boarding parties appear to have some gold in mind, but we are unsure as to what
Technically, we don't have a lot of casualties. Earth's space stock has a lot of casualties. There's a slight difference. We'll be there soon, Admiral.
Stay alert for more imposters.
Unseal doors. Are you gonna be an imposter? I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, but you are gonna just walk past you, so maybe not. Not the first time we've been ambushed.
I can feel their anger.
Okay, why are the Undine angry though? Oh, of course, then. It's a little too slow to get into cover to prevent you from shooting at me. Tuvok must have done something to confuse him.
The way is blocked. There may be an alternate route on the upper deck.
Up we go.
Admiral Quinn and Commander Odin are below. The Admiral is able to require medical treatment.
Well, I see Egan, who's just sort of standing there watching this whole thing go down. Apparently nobody decided, let's give Egan a freaking phaser pistol. Well, a phaser. Egan?
To see you, Admiral.
You're worthless. Seriously. I understand you're wearing blue, you're supposed to be a science officer. Doesn't mean you couldn't pick up a phaser and shoot. Okay, Quinn, how you doing? Quinn is dazed, but he does not appear to be critically injured. Hang in there, Admiral. More Undine to deal with. And I think we have to fight a big guy. The guy wasn't even shot. That's the problem I have with this sometimes. The game likes to sometimes just sort of kill off NPCs that are supposed to be helping you. Like, and some of those guys weren't even shot during that entire firefight. And then they're just like, they just like died of a heart attack or something, I guess. Clearly they weren't shot.
Thank you. Now maybe we should... Commander Egan.
Egg?
Egg? Where are you going?
He's an Undine, isn't he? That would explain why I wasn't shooting.
Intriguing. The amount of resistance Starfleet has offered is unexpected. That being said,
the weak will perish, and you are weak.
Who the hell is that guy? If we just have a random Andorian standing out in the open. Oh, this time I spawned 4. Holy crap, that is lucky. Okay, let's take care of the little guys first. Oh, and he got... God damn it, he got stuck. He has to take that. My inventory is full. Really? Okay. I'm surprised my inventory is full, I'll be honest. I guess I shouldn't be, really. Okay, can't do anything about this. I got no prompts or anything of that nature. height. He's still aiming at me, isn't he? Yes, he is. Ow! Jesus, that hurt. Okay, I need to clear my inventory because apparently it's full of crap. Sell the batteries, I don't use them. Titrion Pulse Wave Assault, we'll sell that because I don't care for it either. Hey, it's a little bit of energy credits. Wonderful. Okay. Quinn, we're gonna have to find your new Egan.
Egan was an Undine? That would explain what happened to our defense grid. He would have known they were coming and had ample opportunity to sabotage us. Damn. Didn't see that coming.
What are your orders, Admiral? Is Quinn a normal admiral or a fleet admiral?
It's hard to believe. He attacked me mentally, led everyone into a trap. I couldn't stop him. We have much to consider. There may be... Tulak! What's going on? Tulak! Can you hear me? Tulak!
I think Quinn is a normal admiral.
Indeed, Doctor. But I have taken advantage of this connection to look into your mind as well. What? I understand now what your plans are. You will not succeed.
You can't stop us.
The character's mouth barely moves.
Admiral Tuvok! Admiral!
Diversion. This was all a diversion.
What do you mean?
Kronos. Their real target is Kronos.
Captain Corrin? This is a long-ass mission.
Come. Kronos may not have much time. The Federation and the Empire have been at war for far too long. Now we must join together for common good.
Oh my god, this is a long-ass mission. Oh, Jesus, we're approaching an hour. And Kronos is going to take a while as well. Oh boy, well, you guys are in for a treat. I was expecting this episode to be short, because I thought it was just the little convention thing we were doing. Or presentation, whatever. Nope, turns out I'm wrong. So, Odin wanted to beam up, laying a course for Kronos' maximum warp. Good thing I'm only recording Star Trek Online today.
Arrived in the Kronos system. At this time, the ruins of Praxis are concealing our arrival from the Undine. The Klingon homeworld defense fleet has engaged the bulk of the enemy forces, but they appear to be taking heavy casualties.
Just 2 Federation ships? 2? Where is the Enterprise? Where's the rest of your fleet? I knew better than to trust Starfleet. You should fight.
Reinforcements are on their way.
Words are meaningless. Deeds show the true heart of a warrior. Join me. We're not as cowardly as the rest of the Federation. Today is a good day to die.
We're here to fight. More ships are on their way. Fucking game. Always removing these things problem. I mean, seriously, game. Quit fucking with damn abilities tabs. Seriously. Stop adding these cruiser command things down there. They don't need to be down there. You pop them once before you get into a fight, generally speaking, and then you never touch them again. Annoyingly enough, though, you always need to reset them every time you get into a fight. The game doesn't bother memorizing them for map switches. I understand for Crown to Space, that's reasonable, but for Space to Space, no reason. It looks like it's actually basically just one ship because the Borgesque is flying the wrong direction and the Voyager is slow as all hell. Seriously. Okay, now you're going.
Are you afraid?
The Romulan Republic has made commitments to its allies. We are here to honor them.
So they send one ship. That's even worse than us. Oh boy. So Corner, you can be upset at the Romulans for only sending a single ship? They literally only sent the Liselet. They didn't bother bringing in any of their handful of other ships. Though I guess they at least have the excuse that as far as they know, New Romulus is still potentially going to be attacked. Well, we've already dealt with Earth Space Dock. Okay. And now she comes back, but this time as like an ally properly.
We would not be alone if anyone in the Federation had the heart of a warrior.
She says while in the presence of somebody that has fought tons of missions that involve killing a bunch of people. I mean, we're not officially in the mirror universe, but I mean, with all the fighting that we do, I don't think anybody would fault us for assuming this is a mirror universe. Maybe not the mirror universe, but a mirror universe. Okay, quit knocking me back. Okay, where's the Federation ships? I would have expected them to have arrived as soon as we got into this fight like the Romulans did. Shut up, Tuvok. Nobody asked what our chances of success were, Tuvok.
Time may turn against us, but this will be our day of glory.
Target's shield.
Think of it as an increase in your opportunities to die with honor.
Okay, still waiting for the Federation to arrive. But the way things are going, I might just end up calling in my pirate buddies. Okay, come on. We need more than that.
Not exactly. We brought him friends.
There we go. It's more like it. And apparently I'm taking command because reasons. Okay, I'm gonna just back the fuck up. Get out of the clusterfuck that is a bunch of people there. Oh shit, we tripping these guys. I was kind of hoping to avoid that, at least for now. Oh god, it's one of the Atari Federation cruisers. Well, I'm pretty sure that's from the Atari days. Space Whale, I think that one was nicknamed. Star Cruiser, but I believe it got the Star Cruiser I think got changed, so it no longer actually looks like that. Or maybe that is the new model, not the old one. I think that's the old model. I think now the only way to actually have the old model is if you get the Mirror Universe version. Ooh, we got a Captain Specialization point. Oh, there's another Dreadnought here. Let's deal with you. The shipyard will be fine. I'm totally not trying to sabotage the Klingons. The Federation would never do that to somebody that we've been at war with in the past. Multiple times, in fact, with a Cold War between them. And while we fly out towards Earth space, or excuse me, not Earth space dock. Excuse me, it's the Kronos shipyards. Totally not confusing the two at all. And look at all that stuff I need to kill. Let's wait for the rest of our people to arrive. Oh, we got Prometheus here apparently. Prometheus are freaking overpowered, I think, in Star Trek New Horizons. They are so much better than the Defiant. Holy crap, this is hurting. I'm getting the hell out of here. Let's go! Evase maneuvers. Put the pedal to the metal, guys. That hurt. Now let's just sort of try and avoid grabbing the aggro. Oh, more reinforcements? Well, not for us. Ooh, they're bringing their giant, whatever the hell those things are, out of their space into ours.
What is that thing?
Wow, it looks like it has tentacles.
The Undine had brought a large craft through a quantum singularity.
They're powering up weapons.
Ooh.
The Undine have a new planet killer.
And they just shot a shipyard.
And fire all weapons.
too strong.
Voyager has one nanite torpedo remaining from her time in the Delta Quadrant. Such devices proved effective against the Undine in the past. Tactical, fired when ready.
I'd make sure it was going to hit before he fired, but that might just be me.
They took some damage, but the planet killer can still fire.
Oh, we didn't even bother seeing it shoot.
Is a firing position above her and exploit the opening in her shields. But someone will need to keep the Undine distracted.
Don't volunteer. We better not volunteer. Oh god, I'm gonna be forced to do this, aren't I? Okay, and I just get a bunch of free torpedo spreads, but these guys are dying faster than my torpedoes can get to them. Am I really covering Sean's assault? Because it sure as hell doesn't seem like it. I don't see him. Oh, there he is. But is he ramming into it? Pretty sure he got blown up.
Weapons are offline.
Big window on the Aquarius.
Setting the Aquarius on a collision course.
Acknowledged. Do we have Sean's coordinates?
Getting locked now, sir.
Wow, Voyager must have some really good transporters if they can transport from all the way over there. I'm so much closer, I should have done it. Also, can we back up? It's kind of about to explode right in front of us.
He did it, sir. The planet killer has been destroyed.
Tuvok to Allied fleet. Stand down. The Undine are retreating.
Captain Sean.
Transporter room. Did you get him?
We have...
Captain Sean to Admiral Tuvok. Permission to come aboard?
Klingon High Council wishes to discuss the most recent developments. We have been invited to transport directly to the High Council chambers.
Very well, let's beam to Kronos. From way over here. We have some really good transporters as well, apparently. Game's not even going to tell us to get into orbit first. We'll just assume we flew into orbit. Because otherwise, those are some really good transporters. Again, I'm pretty sure I should have been the one to save Captain Sean because, you know, the ship he was on was right next to me. While Tuvok was way out by the shipyard. Or at least that's where we last saw him. Okay, Tuvok.
There are many here who have seen the danger Species A472 presents with their own eyes for the first time. Thank you for your assistance in protecting both Earth and Kronos from the Undine. However terrible, this battle did have one benefit. Today's fight opened the door to what may be a lasting peace between the Federation and the Empire.
The hell's with the running man over there?
Now we must have the courage to compromise for the greater good. In its way, that can be more difficult than waging war. The formalities will begin soon. Until then, I must take the time to speak to others who were instrumental in the success of this mission.
And now they actually give Sean a first name. He's no longer just Captain Sean, he's now earned a name, Captain Vakel Sean. We face great threats, but we also celebrate great victories. Okay, so Sean, how do you feel getting rescued by Voyager from halfway across the planetary system?
That was a close one, but I'm fortunate Voyager transported me off the ship at the last second. It would have been a worthy sacrifice. Kronos is too important to lose.
Glad you're still here, Captain. Okay, Corin.
You have shown your true nature today. Worf was correct. There is honor in the Federation. The conflict between us has gone on long enough. Now we should turn our blades toward the real enemy.
Oh my god. I've never noticed this before, but maybe this eyelid is just sort of down a little bit, so it's like her, what is that, left eye is sort of squinted just a little bit, but the right eye is perfectly fine. Don't know what the deal is there. I've never noticed that before.
I remember you from the gateway activation. You fought well today. May our meetings on the battlefield always be as glorious.
Thank you, Captain.
I served in Starfleet, and now I serve the Empire. There are many on both sides of the current conflict for whom I have deep respect. I see this as an opportunity. We may find we have more in common than we realize.
I agree. Okay, Quinn. Also, who brought Quinn along?
A true peace may not be on the table yet, but I hope we can at least broker a lasting armistice. But first, we celebrate today. Earth and Kronos are safe.
Thank you, Admiral. Suppose that there's a party device here. Titan.
Our people come from a culture of deception and division. We've rejected our past in favor of open alliances. Perhaps it's time for the Federation and the Empire to set aside their past as well. We would welcome a ceasefire between our allies.
Thank you, Proconsul. Or maybe if you have party devices, if you use them. I guess that's the case. Xindi.
The 5 races of the Xindi once tried to exterminate humanity. Through the efforts of a few people who were willing to change, we put aside our weapons and worked through our differences. Now, we are members of the Federation. Peace came with great difficulty, but that is the way of most things worth having. The Undine are here. They're spreading lies and dividing us from within. Now, more than ever, we need to set aside our animosities and work together for the greater good.
Thank you. This video is going to take ages to render, even with my settings that I use for slightly faster renders than previously.
Earth and Kronos are safe, and the Romulan Republic is pleased to assist its allies. I just wish my father could see all of us working together toward a common goal. This is the future he dreamed of.
Thankfully, we didn't have to land on Kronos, deal with a bunch of Undine down on the ground, then fly to New Romulus, and rinse and repeat in space and on the ground. That would have made this a super long part. Thank you, Commander. Strauss.
My people have respected the Federation ever since our first encounter with your famed Captain Kirk. I have advised Chancellor Jimpuck that the Gorns support the idea of a ceasefire. Perhaps this will lead to greater freedom for all of us.
Thank you, Ambassador. Okay, I need to toast. Which presumably... Oh, well, nope, never mind. I'm just going to talk to the House Collect Political Aid.
I admit, I did not expect the Federation to act with such honor. I do not know what the final decision of the High Council will be, but rest assured that the Odin will pay. We will hunt down every last Kame coup and destroy them for what they have done here today.
Helping Kronos was the right thing to do. Okay, Jimpock.
You fought well for someone from Starfleet.
Thank you.
Many fine warriors have earned their places in Stovacor today. They died with honor, fighting one of our most formidable enemies. The Undine brought the battle to our very threshold. The fine warrior standing before me pushed them back. Let us honor our sacrifices and our accomplishments by ending...
Everyone's just standing there. They don't even bother pulling their weapons out.
So, you are the heroes of the Milky Way. You have come further than we expected. But still you chase our shadows.
We are not here to impress you, demon! We stand united, and there is no one...
And again, nobody pulls their weapons. What was that? Oh, okay, I thought they were taken.
That was the reason we need to work together. It's time for our feud to end.
Agreed. From this day forward, all hostilities between the Empire and the Federation will cease.
Oh god, I
The
need to move.
Iconians use servitor races and other species to do their fighting for them. Species A472 has been an unknowing cat's paw of the Iconians for some time. This time, however, the Undine were defeated, and it was our combined strength that allowed us to prevail. Thousands of years ago, the Iconians were defeated by an alliance of races. I predict their ultimate aim has been to prevent such an alliance from happening again.
But the conflict between the Federation and the Empire is over.
There have been periods in our combined history when the Federation and the Empire have not been at war, but they have not been allies either. This may be the beginning of such a time. It will be up to us to determine what happens next. With time, we may even restore the alliance that came out of the Kittimer Accords.
What happens now?
Voyager will return to the Delta Quadrant. There is much to do there, and the Genolan Sphere will need to be protected from further Undine assaults. I am sure I will see you again. You have been a worthy ally, and your wisdom and courage will be called upon in the days ahead. Until then, live long and prosper.
Until next time, Admiral. Odin, one to beam up. Okay, let's report to command. Your service has quite literally saved the quadrant as we know it. Both Earth and Kronos will rebuild in the wake of these terrible attacks, and a new day dawns for the Federation, one where we may someday re-establish the once strong alliance we had with the Klingon Empire. Starfleet, and I can't thank you enough. If I didn't know better, I'd say you're angling for my job. In the meantime, though, it's clear that the Iconians and the Undine are not waiting for us to act. I think our galaxy just got a whole lot smaller. Admittedly, I don't think actually any of these abilities are useful. Like, I'm pretty sure they are all worthless in the grand scheme of things. Escalation. That's the start of the Delta Quadrant. We do not want to start that story arc this time, because this has already gone on for over an hour. Yeah, an hour and 20 minutes. So, that's going to be for this part. Next part, we will be beginning the Delta Quadrant arc, which, if I recall correctly, that's the story arc that has what people on the Star Trek Online subreddit jokingly refer to as Kobalistan. Yes, it is. God. Technically, we've also already done the final mission of the Delta Quadrant arc. I think it was a featured episode at one point. I don't think that's an issue after this After the Delta Quadrant arc, I don't think we have any of those weird... We've technically already done a mission in the arc. So, that is going to be it for this part. Like I said, I will see you all in the next one. Quick reminder, I do have a Patreon. If you enjoy the content of the channel, please become a patron. Even if it's at the $1 a month tier, it helps the channel out. You can find a link to my Patreon down in the description. Yeah, like I said, it helps the channel out. The more people that do it, the more it helps the channel out, but nonetheless, it helps the channel out. Game, I would love it if you would stop messing with my damn abilities bars. Stop adding the frickin' cruiser commands. I pointed this out before. Every frickin' map transfer you do it. It is annoying. There's no reason for it to happen. It seems like it got worse since Age of Discovery released. It was an issue prior, yes, but it just seems like it happens more often ever since Age of Discovery released, and I don't know why. But whatever. Like I said, I'll see you all in the next part, but until then, a goodbye and a farewell.